It was just about 2 months ago that I started this faceless YouTube channel, and it hit over 100,000 views just a few days ago. This was done with just about 12 YouTube shorts. And as you can see, it wasn't like this from the beginning, but something changed here and here. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through the process that I took from the beginning. 0 views, how I found the ideas, created the script, created the video, and worked my way up to this amount of views in such a short space of time. And one of the hardest choices to make was actually what the video was going to be about, what the channel was going to be about. And after me searching video after video, channel after channel, what other creators are doing, I decided to just let me rely on my home feed, the homepage on YouTube, because it pretty much shows me the things that I'm interested in. And my experience on YouTube so far is the best thing to start a YouTube channel about is what you're already interested in. And at the time, my feed was kind of swamped with this topic. You can even see here in the different suggestions on YouTube what to split my home feed about. And the first thing was Stranger Things. And because I knew this was not the only faceless channel that I'll be creating going forward, I just decided to start with this. And having binge watched all of the previous seasons and more than once, I became somewhat of a subject matter expert in this topic. And again, I just ended up looking at video upon video here on YouTube doing research. But this time it was a little bit more focused because it was towards the niche, the actual topic that I was starting. So to add a little bit of structure, I created a playlist of videos that I could get inspiration from. And as you can see here, these videos were getting a lot of views. And even though you're seeing 700,000 views, 900,000 views, 1 million views, several of these channels were under 20,000, under 10,000 subscribers. There's even some channels under 5,000 subscribers. But yet the most popular video from just a few months ago had almost 300,000 views. So that's when I started. It was at the time where when this series was going on, there was a season break. And there were obviously a lot of predictions. Predictions of who was going to die in this upcoming season, as well as who might come back. So what I ended up doing at first is I made video about exactly that, a YouTube short about who dies in Stranger Things 5. It was a really short video because it's not just because it's a YouTube short, but in terms of the effort in making this. The idea for the video was solid based on the search interest. And in this particular short, what I did was break down 5 predictions of the characters that could get killed on the show. But in order to use the right characters, the characters that people actually care about, I did some research on Google as well as on Reddit, but what I was looking for was the characters that people were actually talking about, that people cared about. And I used the information from on Reddit as well as over on Google, copied the information. I shared the research with ChatGPT. And what I told it to do based on that is create a viral script based on that information that I put together, picking the right characters. And from here, I quickly got the script that I needed. Now that I had that, the next thing was to get an AI voiceover that sounds really good. Just like most people, I relied on 11 Labs for that. Because, I mean, hear how good this sounds.
What if Will died and Hawkins forgot the upside down?
There just was no other reason to check anything else. And because it's a YouTube short script, it is a short script. I just copied the script, pasted it into here, hit generate, and then download. And then I simply dropped that voiceover into CapCut with some nice suitable background music, and then simply drop the most appropriate scenes, clips over those voiceover bits. I want to say that this part was time consuming to get the different clips, but it wasn't. And it's because I used this, I want to say a secret AI workflow, whereby I would take the script that was generated with ChatGPT, paste it right back here into ChatGPT, except I'll tell it in ChatGPT to analyze the following script, provide a table with links to the different YouTube clips and timestamps. So that sped up the process. Then I'll just share the script right here. And of course, it took a little longer than expected because it had to go on the internet and find all of the things that I didn't want to do. But what came out was a very detailed table, a table with each of the lines in that YouTube short script, a short list of the different scenes that I should have, and then clips, links to the actual videos over on YouTube. So all I had to do at this point was open my screen recording tool. In some cases, I used OBS Studio, like what I'm using right now to record this screen, because it's just really easy to use and it's free. And what is also free to use is CapCut. and just as easy. So I use these both options here. And in CapCut, you just come in here and enter record. And when I finished recording the clip that I needed over here, I hit stop. It just came right here into the timeline. So this actually sped up the process doing it right here in CapCut. I just repeated that for each of the scenes. So I didn't have to actually go and look for anything. Of course, there were some instances where it wasn't the best video that was suggested, but right here in the related videos, I found what I needed. And so after I got all of these scenes, I just made sure the exact framing was right for each of the scenes. And I'm screen recording from landscape video. Once all of the clips was lined up in the right spots, these nice captions that you're seeing right here, that was auto-generated by simply coming up to captions and then hit generate. And it's following this process. This is how I was able to put together a video like this first one. This first one that hit 4,000 views just a month ago. And I pretty much took a similar approach for most of the other videos, but doing something different before the video was created. With each video that was created, I took time to analyze what worked, what didn't work, where there were drops in viewers' attention. I tried to increase this percentage over time because I want people to stay to watch longer. And I realized there were a few things that were causing the dips as well as the spikes. The spikes I were really interested in. One of the main things was the fluff. There's no need for extra fluff in these videos. People come here and they want to get down to the point, especially if they click the video because of the title. And in the first few seconds, it doesn't feel like this is what the video is about, or it just takes too long to get into it. People just seem to scroll past. And I did that in a few of the videos, so I tried to fix that. And in this video, I got straight into it.
Eddie could be coming back in Season 5, Volume 2.
And as a result of that, I noticed that people stayed longer in the intro compared to the last video. I also had an increase in the amount of people that stayed to watch. And I'm almost 99% sure because of that, this video got more views, almost 13,000 views. But there was something else that was causing this. Because the fans of this topic, this television series, they're a bit split in terms of everybody has favorite characters. But there's some characters that people are interested in more than others. But I just made videos about the ones that they're most interested in. For example, this video here, this guy, Steve Harrington, people seem to be really interested in him and his future in the show. So I decided to make a video about him. And I took a different angle because the show had ended at this time. And I decided to take a different angle. And that angle resulted in that short hitting almost 25,000 views. And that was just in a matter of 1 or 2 days. And the different angle is that the show finished. There was nothing to predict anymore. And well, he did not die. So I decided to take the approach, what if he died? And I made it a bit controversial in that, and nobody tried to save him. And I followed the same process in that I got it scripted in ChatGPT. And after I got the script, I told ChatGPT to analyze the script and find all of the scenes that I needed, links to the scenes specifically, as well as things that I could look for. Threw it into CapCut with the voiceover and all of the scenes that I got, added the auto captions, and then about 24 hours later after uploading, 24,000 views. Then I made this next video after that, which didn't do too bad. It was about a different character. Got over 5,000 views there. Then another character, and almost 5,000 views as well. Then I realized that I'm doing the wrong thing. This is the topic that people are interested in. And this is the one that has this amount of proven views. So why not repeat that? Not make the same video, but make a different video about that. And so I tried to make this other video that had a twist about the same character, Steve, where he aligned himself with the villain. Not what people expected, but it was about what if it happened. Because remember, the show was over. And this idea also performed well. And a lot of people stayed to watch. The average view duration was 24 seconds, and it's a 28 second short. Based on the success of this, I should be making another video right now, but I wanted to take the time to make this video instead. So I'll get back to this shortly. And as you can see, the timeline for getting this done was kind of tight, with just a few days apart in between each upload. And some days just like 1 day apart. It's not a fixed schedule here, and this was actually around the Christmas holidays. So I did miss a lot of time. But the truth is that with each video created, this video took less time to make than this one. And then this video took even less time to make than this one. And it's strange, but the video that got almost the most amount of views, and it's the most recent one, this video actually took the least amount of time. And it's because I went through the entire process several times. The simple process of picking a topic, finding what is already working, use ChatGPT to get ideas, crafting a basic prompt to generate a script. I told it to do the research for me, find everything that I need for the video, collected those clips along with the voiceovers that were easily generated for free as well with 11 Labs. Because you have a lot of characters to work with, even the free plan, dropped everything into CapCut, which is also free, auto-generated captions, load to YouTube, and then I try to be consistent by not just uploading, but trying to improve in every video. And that is specifically how I was able to go from 0 views to over 100,000 views in just 2 months with just 12 videos. And if you're interested in figuring out exactly what to do by the entire process, going through the research process, and creating one of those videos from start to ending, then check this video out next where I go through that in way more detail.